Well, kia ora koutou katoa no mai haramai, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Championship Saturday. Grand Final day here at the North Harbour Softball Association, and we've got a slew of grand finals, 5 in fact here, going to happen on today, and it'll start with the under-13s. It'll be the Taika Metro side taking on East Coast Bay Cyclones. Under-13 boys, our first grand final of the day. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. I'm happy to announce, join us in commentary for this morning's match is my good buddy, international caller Lance, went all the way from Toronto, Canada. Good morning, Lance, to you.
Good morning, Chopper. Glad to be here. Looking forward to everything that Championship Saturday has to offer. Thanks for the invite, and I look forward to working with both yourself and, of course, Matt Jordan.
Yeah, looking forward to having you along for this morning. A great little game. You can see it'll be Taika Metro. They'll be out in the field. Let's have a look at them defensively for you here this morning. So left to right in the outfield for the boys and girls from Taika. The under-13 is mixed grade, boys grade, but there could be the odd girl in there. Left to right in the outfield for them, and I'll run through them as we get the game about to start underway here. And it'll be at left field today is Ryan Izzard. His centre fielder is, I'm going to say, Rosedale, Romania. As we see the first pitch come down. And looking for a play. And, of course, there is a couple of hybrid rules to do with this grade. We'll talk to you a little bit about that in a moment. As we see the out, just missed at first base. So runners in the corners now. Boy, that's going to keep me on my toes with the scoreboard. Let's round out the rest of that fielding lineup for you. For the Metro side, right fielder is Nia Lee Palmer. Hocking a third base is Grace Hepburn. Over at shortstop today, and the mainstay all season has been Jackson Salars. We see a ball to the screen, and just like that, East Coast Bays open their scoring here in the grand final, 1-0. And we were going through that lineup for you. Second base person is Dallas Luki. First base is Keanu Punari. And behind the dish to the catching is Tyan Tetai. On the hill, Wesley Tongo, and you can see Tongo there with the pitch just gets away. Runner goes down to third base. Boy, this game's going to move quick today. Offensively for the East Coast Bay side, they look good here today. And they have got batting first. We saw Reeve Bonthus is the starting batter. Daniel Barry was in the 2 spot. Theo Cadmus Aspinall is hitting 3 today. Trishan Hand is in the cleanup spot. Dylan Carmo's hitting 5. Ethan Fox, the shortstop, is hitting 6. Yu Siang Seo will be in the 8 spot. Maury Duplessis is in the 8 spot. Sorry, apologies, that's the 8 spot. And the 9th spot today, there you go, scorers just arrived, save the day. Sora Rogers will round out the batting order for the East Coast Bays Cyclones. There are your 2 teams here for the grand final. Of course, you play all season to get into these. Doesn't matter what grade it is, Lance, but it's always a big accomplishment just to make the grand final. I'm sure these kids have got a lot of excitement running through their veins this morning.
Well, you got to figure that this is one of the most exciting things that you can play in at this level, to be out there representing your association and being one of the top 2 teams. I mean, as any kid, even, younger than under 13, it has got to be a big thrill. And man, you know what? This is where they start to learn how to deal with pressure and deal with some other things that come along with, being good enough to play in a grand final. The whole mental aspect, the fact that your coaches and your teammates are relying on you is really a big thing. And this is part of the foundation that will build the future of players to come.
It sure will indeed. And the future players to come. It's all about experiencing these moments. And at 11 and 12 years old, what a cool idea. And, of course, they've played all season out on the grass, Diamonds. And here they are in the big show on Diamond 1 Freeman Field here for the grand final. This one skids to the back, and there's a bit of chaos on the base pass. Lance, that's one of the things I love about kids softball. You just never know what's going to happen.
Well, you sure don't. I mean, as they get older, it becomes a little more predictable. But when you're at this stage, you've got the runner at second base, watching the runner at third base, almost at third base. The runner comes back, had to go all the way back to second. So things always a little interesting at this stage.
Things always a little bit interesting. Trish in hand now, the starting pitcher will step in to go to work. Hitting in the cleanup spot here for East Coast Base. We've got loaded bases situation for our scorer. Just rocked into the house. Thank you for joining us. Mrs. Gerbes is on the scoreboard this morning. Loaded bases. Oh, we've got that there. Right, okay. Just need to make sure that
it's nice that you have a talented crew with you, Chopper, to sort of back you up there, without a doubt.
Sure does indeed, my friend. Sure does indeed. This one's down low. Well, it's a beautiful morning here, Lance. I take it you've had your Troy flat white latte. I never know what you have in the morning.
Man, you never know what I have in the morning. I don't even know why you try. That's because I'm always up way before you. Okay,
way before me.
Way before, unless of course it's a carryover from last night, as we see the first run of the game walked in.
Another one pops in here, and so I think that'll be actually our second run. The game's moving quick. We're just
second run, right?
Yeah, my apologies. Just going to get the scoreboard updated for us, and at the moment, the scoreboard's just not playing cricket for some reason. Don't know why that is, but we'll figure that out for you. We'll keep the score going anyway. 2-0 here, top of the first innings. There's one of the young Taika Metro players in the outfield. I got to say, I like their uniform tops, Lance.
One thing that is never lacking in New Zealand is style points. Okay, the uniforms have been on point. I like the way they look. You can tell that they're nice and light, and you know what? They're flashy. I like that.
Flashy indeed. Foul ball there, and Chopper's just going to figure out why the scoreboard is doing what it's doing.
Well, Chopper, you talked about, these youngsters at this stage, and if you really had to single a position that at this stage the most pressure is on, it would be your pitcher. I mean, you see Wesley Tongo doing his thing, but you know what? Like you said, there's a transition from playing from the grass or the turf to the dirt, as well as playing in the morning and the pressure. So he's got a little bit to work at here to kind of find his groove. But I think, as the innings go on, I'm sure that, he'll be much more settled in, if they can get this second and third out here.
I must agree, my friend. It's great to have you along here this morning. Really is. We see another one back to the screen, and boy, I tell you what, sometimes, I don't know how you describe this game when kids are playing, but organised chaos seems to come to mind just a little.
I would say that that's probably as accurate as you can get. The kids really do have a good understanding of the game, but when the game is flowing, it's those in-game decisions that are the kind of skill that has to be honed, right, as a ball player, just to be able to know how to react. And more importantly, with this sport, you have to know what you're going to do before you get the ball, not after.
Before you get the ball, not after. That's the key to success. Lance Wynn joining us in commentary this morning. Express international caller from Canada, has travelled the world and called many, many games at different levels, both adults and junior softball World Cups. And great to have him along on the call. Knows the game so well. Actually coached a game on this diamond, was it about 3 or 4 years ago, my friend?
How about that? Made my debut over there in the coaching staff over on the North Harbour side. That's right. Enjoyed every minute of it. That's for sure.
Well, we see another run slide in. So 4 sneak in. I'm going to find the rules for this grade, Lance, because I've got to be honest with you, I have no idea. I think it's a hybrid fastball 45 rules, and So a runner will start on base every innings. You see the fourth runner slide in. That's a good technique there, isn't it?
Yeah, not too bad considering that's a mat there. I like that little pop-up slide. And we can note to our viewers too that you telling me that's probably the first time you've ever been honest with me. So I'm very glad at that. We're breaking new ground so early in the morning too.
We're breaking new ground.
I guess I got to catch you early to get a little honesty out of you, eh? All right.
I think one of the rules of this grade too, there's a maximum number of runs you can score per innings. It might be 6. We'll find out as we work our way through this one. There's a strike there. There's a good pitch.
It was a good pitch from Tongo Tongo. I like the way he reared back. He, like I said, he seems to be getting a little more relaxed now, and maybe that'll bode well for his team.
Again, thank you for joining us this morning here, Rosedale Park. Grand final day. Oh, I don't know about you, Lance, but I'm always excited. Much like the kids. And there's a good pitch. A real good pitch. And we're going to say that surrenders the first out. We could be a slightly out on the counter with the outs, but we'll just keep on going here. And thank you for tuning in.
I think it's 2 away. I thought there was a ground out earlier, and that strikeout.
Okay, we'll go with 2 down. And we'll
okay.
I'm with you. I'm with you here.
Well, I mean, give the Cyclones some credit. They have jumped up on the board early, and I think that may help them when they go into the home half of this inning as far as being just a little more relaxed. You always play a little different when you've got a lead in front of you, and I'm a firm believer too, Chopper. I've done again a lot of major league sports, and I always find that whenever they're mixed, that the females always seem to be more of impact players than the boys do. Just throwing that out there.
We had a game last night. We had 2 grand finals last night. Under 15-17 girls grand final. Congratulations. And that game was a brilliant game last night. In the boys' game, though, under 17-19 boys, East Coast Bays, who ran at Victor's, an amazing game, went for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow.
They had a girl playing in the outfield in that game, hitting in about the 6th spot, and boy, she did not disappoint last night.
I'm just saying. Apparently, that's global, so that's just the way it works. As that one softly off the screen, almost got the tag.
Yeah, another slide there, just in safe. Okay, here we are. Found the rules. It is fastball 60. So what does that mean? The game will go for 60 minutes. So that's the first part of it. As we mentioned, they will start with a base run on. Here's that was close. They'll start with a runner on.
Good try, but like you said, good slide.
Yeah. First base start with a runner on 1. Second innings they'll start with a runner on 1 and 2. Third innings they'll start with loaded bases. Fourth innings runner on first base. So there you go. That's how it operates. 3 strikes, 4 balls. So that's the same. There's no change there. Just trying to see if there's a maximum number of runs you can score per innings.
I really like that variation. I like the fact that you don't just put 1 runner on as second inning. You put 2, and then the third inning the bags are full. So, these kids certainly are getting some pressure right off the bat.
They do indeed. And here's another one. Look at them. They're not afraid to slide, are they, Lance?
No, getting down, getting dirty. Just not a lot of dirt popping up there, but I like his fearlessness and did a great job. Feet first. Home plate, feet first all the time.
This will allow the runner to go down to third base now. So East Coast Base, 6 runs scored in the innings. And if Chopper could read faster.
Good luck with that.
I can tell you. Okay, here we go. Batting, all players must be in the batting lineup for at least half the game. Okay, there's a whole lot of rules here about everyone gets a go, so that's important. An innings is complete with 3 outs or 7 runs are scored. So there you go. There's another one, though. How about this? This is a cool one. I like this rule. If there's a double play at any time, it ends the innings, clears the innings straight away. Pretty cool, right?
Oh, nice.
There you go. And All right, there we go. There's a move. I remember doing this when I was coaching kids' grades because they had this, maximum runs per inning. So you would load the bases. Say you're only allowed 7. You got 6 runs scored. You'd load the bases. Then hopefully you got one of your big hitters up, and then all of those runs on that last hit, as the 7th run come in, they all count as well. So they can score more than 7. But they will change the innings anyway. You could, score a couple more there and get 9 or so, or whatever the case is. So that's generically the rules of this under 13 rookie socks grade here at the North Harbour Softball Association. Fastball 60.
I like it. It's a different variation, and it adheres to the principles that are important at this stage of the athletic development of these kids, giving everyone a chance to play, putting them in a scenario where their teammates are relying on them.
Yeah.
The camaraderie, I'm sure, is big. Like a lot of important things are addressed with just those rules in order to keep things fair.
Sure are indeed. So away here, top of the first innings, and a big swing. Ball gets away, and East Coast Bays will convert. We think that's the 7th run, and if it is, we'll wait for the scorers to notify everyone. As another run comes in, remember, if that was the 7th, that'll be the 8th run, and that will count as well. Let's have a look on the replay here, Lance.
Well, hats off. Good base running. I mean, you talk about being aggressive on the base paths. That's certainly what the Cyclones have done here. They have wasted no time, took advantage of everything, and just like you called, Chopper, an 8-run first inning.
There you go. That'll do us. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The under-13 boys mixed division here at North Harbour. Grand final day. Bottom of the first coming up, and the rest of the lineup. See you soon. Oh, kia ora koutou katoa. Atamadia, welcome back this fine championship Saturday morning here at the North Harbour Softball Association. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chop. As I mentioned, Lance win in the call here. It's the grand final. Taika of Metro taking on the East Coast Bays Cyclones. Let's have a look at the lineups for you, see if we can get them out quickly. Defensively for East Coast Bays, left to right in the outfield. For the Cyclones, it'd be Theo Cadmus Aspinall, Dylan Carmo, he's at centre field. Right field is Maury Duplessis. Hook on a third base, Reeve Bothos. At shortstop is Ethan Fox. Up the middle with them is Sora Rogers at second base. First base is Yun Siang Xiao. And behind the dish is Daniel Barry. For the starting pitcher, Tristan Hand. Offensively for the Metro side, you see Grace Hepburn, Palmer, Luki, Punari, Tongo Tongo, Ramamia, Izard, Salaz, and Tyrone Tetai will round out the batting order for the Taika Metro. And first pitch swinging will go foul. And as we mentioned, see new rules in the under 13 mixed grade this year at North Harbour. Fastball 60, so a runner will start at first base. Great to have you along for it. Lance, we're underway, bottom of the first innings, bud. What have you thought so far of this new hybrid system for the kids?
Well, I like it. And again, it it's developed for fair play, giving everyone a chance to develop, and more importantly, it's still teaching the kids about being competitive, right? And working in an environment where you have to work hard. And you can see, just like we looked and saw the way the Cyclones are running the bases, Taika Metro now is trying to do the same. They've got that runner moved all the way over to third base in 2 pitches, and with Grace Hepburn up as the leadoff hitter, I said about the females how dangerous they are. She's choked up on the bat, ready to go here, as she has a good eye looking at that pitch outside.
Sure is indeed. Looks really, really tidy in here. We've got a little guest joining us in the booth here. We've got Marlon from the North Coast. Is it under 13s team?
Under 11s.
Under 11. How old are you, Marlon?
9.
9. How have you enjoyed your softball season?
It was good, and I started pitching
No way.
a few games ago.
How's that been going?
Good.
Yeah? Oh, fantastic. What is it about softball that you enjoy, Marlon?
That it's just great to have a good time, and yeah.
Fantastic.
And my family's been doing it.
They have been doing it. Your dad wasn't a bad player either. I used to play with him a while ago.
He told me.
Yeah, we had lots of fun. Do you know he had a home run with the butt of his bat one time? You know, the pitch came in and it hit him right there, on the butt of the bat by the hand, and dropped down. And he ran all the way around the bases. It was chaos. Home run from the butt of his bat.
Okay.
Crazy, eh? Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. Well, there you go. We've got young Marlon in here with us for a half an innings or so. Lance, good to have the youth here this morning. Under 11s, how cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The fact that she just picked up pitching a couple days ago. But you know what, Chopper, that it says a whole lot about the culture you have going on there, that, dad hit a home run off the end of the bat, and now his daughter's not only pitching, but she's involved in the game. And that's kind of the way things are passed on. And I think that's what has made Softball New Zealand one of the global leaders in the sport, because of the foundation and the way they prioritize, what's important. Sports is important, but family and friends are the number one.
The number one. I couldn't agree more. Lance Warren joining us in commentary here for this morning's matchup. I tell you what, this game could be a textbook example of how to slide into home plate. We see Metro slided for their first run here in the bottom of the innings. I've been impressed with these kids, Lance, this morning.
Well, I have. I mean, you look at the fundamentals, and clearly they are getting a jump on the pitches, running when it's appropriate to take the base, and when they need to get down and slide it home, they're certainly executing that the proper way. So hats off to the coaching staff, because it's those dedicated volunteers that are really the reason these kids are out there.
It sure is indeed. And great to have you along. And this one just sneaks inside. So loaded base the situation here for the Metro side. Nice, of course, 8 runs scored by East Coast Bays in the top of the first innings, and they're looking to make their mark here in the bottom.
Well, we'll see here if starter Tristan Hand can find his rhythm here. Right now, he's having the same issues as Tongo, so, things are going tit for tat so far.
Sure are indeed. So another runner comes in. Another slide comes in. Here we go, Lance. Give me a rating out of 10 of this one.
I like it. Holding the helmet, keeping that down, going late. That's a good slide there. I got to give her some credit. That's a 9, only because she could have probably started a little earlier. That's all. Other than that, I like her style.
Oh, wow. An international 9 from Lance Wynn's pretty good for me. I'd be happy with that on grand final day. So 2 runs in now for Metro. You see the runner gets safely at first base. Oh, apologies. He was out at first base. So 1 away here. And another one of these great hitters. The one thing about this grade, you can imagine, Lance, with runners starting on base, every innings, they're going to score a lot of runs.
Well, yeah, and I don't think you need not worry about that. You need to just go up there and get some good swings. But I'll tell you, this young man up here, Ethan Fox, this fella, I'm sorry, let me just make sure. Yeah, this fella looks like a ball player. The way he's swinging that bat, the way he stands in that batter's box, I was quite impressed. Probably not the results that he was looking for, but you can just tell, Chopper, you've seen enough ball to know that when a player has the style, the form, and I tell you, that young man is he's destined for something else. I'll have to keep that name on my radar. There, Ethan Fox.
Yeah, keep that name on your radar here. So up to bat now for the Metro side is I'm pretty sure, I'm just going to double check his shirt number, the starting pitcher, Wesley, and he'll pull that one over to shortstop. A tough play. Oh, and he forces it at first base. Good hustle down the line. I guess, Lance, that's why you always run it out.
Well, you know what? Even in the pros, they run it out because anything can happen. The whole key is put the ball in play and let things go from there. And I do apologize. It wasn't Ethan Fox that had those style of points. It was Tino Pinari who has the style points. Ethan Fox, no offense, I'll keep you in mind as well. But Mr. Pinari, I think he'll be around the softball scene for a while.
So Romania now, the centre fielder, her turn to come up to go to work. Marlon, when you see the kids get into play on the big diamond like they have out here, man, does it look cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we see a slow roller to third base. And they'll get safe, go to third base. Oh, there's a hot box. Oh, and he's tagged out. Wow, look at East Coast Bays. They are pumped here, Lance. They are pumped.
Well, they only surrendered 3 runs, so that's a big win for them this inning. And sure enough, a bit careless on the base pass. Tongo.
Well, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the grand final, top of the second. Coming up next, it is 8-3 here. East Coast Blaze leading the grand final. Matt Jordan will be in after the break, and we'll be back with you as well.
And welcome back here to Rosedale Park for final softball. We've got a showdown here between Metro and East Coast Bays. I'm Matt Jordan, and apparently I've got Lance Wynn kicking around the airwaves.
Apparently you do, and I'm still kicking around here, Matt. Good to hear your voice, and good to be sharing the booth with you as well.
Yeah, I got a late start. The night is a very dark time for me, Lance, so I was... Well, I was asleep, but anyway, I digress.
Listen, your reputation precedes you, and I appreciate your honesty. That's more than I got from Chopper today, so I'll take that.
What did he say? I've got strength to cockle?
Yes, you might be notorious for apparently, I'm not sure if they call it late nights or early mornings or just one long-ass day. It's totally up to you how you want to word it, but yeah, I'm with you.
It's dedication. In the batter's box here for East Coast Bay, saw Rogers. We've got a bit of a ding-dong battle here. 8-3. as hopefully the scoreboard's up. It is up. That's fantastic. Everything's working here. My demands have been met.
That's good since you just got there.
Well, that's why I wasn't here. I was protesting in silence.
Oh, and not sleeping like you said honestly. Okay. Well,
I fell asleep.
There
on the way
goes the
here
honesty,
when I was
Matt.
driving,
It is
but, you know,
out the window. Okay.
I have watched. I did watch.
That's okay.
I did watch most of the second innings, first half of the second innings, I should say, and some great fielding going on out there. Swing and a miss, strike three.
These youngsters are doing a really good job, and this inning now, Tongo settled in. That's his first strikeout of this game, and a good job under the pressure after just putting up 3 runs on the board after surrendering 8 in the first.
And that's what a good team does, doesn't it, Lance? You know, you've got to back your pitcher, and you know, sometimes things don't go well for you on the mound, but you've got to get out there and hit the ball for them and alleviate that pressure.
Well, that's why it's a team sport, Matt. And you're 100% right. Everyone has to chip in and do their part. No one person is going to, you know, carry the entire load. So I like the fact that these kids understand you got to stick with your teammates, support them, and as the game goes along, you hope things will roll your way and you'll come away with the win.
Absolutely. In the box here for East Coast Bays, Reeve Bontius. What do you think's worse for a pitcher? A dropped catch or a cheap out in an at bat when they're watching from the dugout?
Well, they're as a pitcher, they're both pretty tough to swallow, right? And those are the kind of plays that it's really important for a team to rally around their teammates that made those mistakes and let them know that, you know what, that's okay. Just be better the next time. That's all, because it happens to everyone. I think everyone's that ever played this sport has struck out and has made an error. Those are 2 things you can guarantee if you've had a softball career at some time that you've done that. So everyone should understand that it can happen, but I like the way these kids are understanding that, you know, the team concept and that we're working together towards one goal.
Absolutely. Daniel Barry in the box here. Bethuis on first. Swing and a miss there. Well, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the unique leer of a pitcher when you drop an absolute sitter. I've witnessed it and I've felt it many a time.
Yes.
The look that could, if looks could kill type thing.
Well, I think we've all been on the receiving end of that at some point in time from a pitcher because, of course, they feel that they're doing all of this work and, you know, you just have to make that one play and you should be able to do that if I'm doing all this. And we see a really good pitch there in the outside corner.
Great pitch by Tonga.
I like that. He has settled in here much smoother second inning than in the first, which is sort of to be expected.
Looking confident out there too. Just go and bring it on. In the batter's box.
Tough on him there. I thought that was a good pitch.
Yeah. It's definitely within Kiwi. In the batter's box here, Theo Cadnis Aspinall.
Well, you know, when you talk about U13 and at this stage of the game, so early in the development of these young players, but you really watch the body language and, you know, you can really tell what they're being taught in the dugout, right?
Oh,
and how things are being passed on and how everything's positive. And, you know, you got to be a little stern because as a coach, that's part of your job. But being stern and fair and encouraging, you can tell that these kids are being encouraged. They are not being discouraged. So that's kind of really nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you stop having fun it's very hard to make any progress.
Hang it up.
And
Yeah,
it's
hang
also-
it up because
it's also
you
that-
could.
Carry on.
No, I'm just going to say you're absolutely right. Once you lose the fun, really, you lose most of it, quite frankly, and that's at any age.
Yeah. And a great strike out there by Tonga Tongo. And East Coast Base don't score a run there. That is, I believe, going into the top of 3 now. We'll be back shortly. Or maybe top of 3, bottom of 2. And welcome back to Rosedale Park for final softball between Metro and the East Coast Base clubs. The score is currently 8-3. It is the bottom of 2 in the batter's box for Metro. Oh, yeah. Ryan Izzard. Now, you've noticed there is runners on 1 and 2. This is a fastball format. I believe Chopper may have delved into it briefly at the start of the game.
Yeah.
It's just it's softball on steroids.
Yeah, I like that. That sums it up quite well. And again, being very aggressive on the base pass.
Yeah.
That's something that's pretty common.
Yep. I believe this might have been pioneered in Venezuela, softball on steroids. But anyway, here we are. And
That's nothing wrong with duplicating something good, Matt.
Yeah.
That's for
exactly.
sure.
Well, cloning,
I
that's
like
a whole
it. Well, yeah.
Don't
It
start
all
me on-
comes down to
don't
that,
start me on
right?
Dolly the sheep. God. You know how we are with sheep down here.
Well,
Anyway.
listen, I'm leaving that alone, okay? I'm strictly a visitor, so I'm not getting involved in any kind of formal thing, all right?
It's well, yeah. We've got a wedding coming up, but anyway.
Well, listen, keep Chopper's business to him, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Please.
Yeah.
That was a big first strikeout
Yeah, it's a fantastic.
from Tristan Hand.
Coming in home. Oh, it's a hot box. There's no one behind the catcher. Okay. And the runner scores. It's another run for Metro. We've got a ball game on our hands here, Lance.
Well, I tell you, I mean, and of course, when it comes down to a traditional rundown play, that's one of the fundamentals that it takes you a few years to learn how to do properly. And in this case, there was just no backup behind the catcher on the rotation. As you can see in the picture, 4 spectators and just one catcher behind. It got behind him, and that allowed the run to score. But again, I think every play at this stage is a learning experience for these young players.
Absolutely. Out of all the things in any format of softball, I would say that a hot box play is the most chaotic, organised play that you could possibly see. There's another run there for Metro. But, there's chaos in this game all the time, but that's an organised play that's completely chaotic. and you need to practice it a million times to get it right.
Well, I mean, even at the senior level, we still see it done. We still see them make mistakes doing it. So it's not something that, once you get it right, it's always like that. They just tend to be a little different. The fundamental way you defend it is the same, but the way you could have a fast guy or a slow runner, it just totally depends on what you get. But executing that is one of the hardest things to learn in this
Looking
game.
at the runner coming in, and just by the hair of the chinny chin chin. Jackson Sellers with a walk there up to bat now. Tarantitai. It's also something that you might practice a lot of times and then do once in a season, which makes it really hard to get it right.
It sure does. You don't get a whole lot of reps, doing it. And it's something that only happens in the game, or even if you practice it, anything you practice is never the same as it is when it happens in the game, ever. So, there's no guarantees you're going to get that play on a regular basis either.
Yeah, it's the training you can do. You're training for all sorts of fundamental kind of gameplay, and then you start the more abstract stuff, and then you go play and something completely different happens. Something you've never seen before. The ball hits the pole in the back and then bounces into second base or something.
Well, if you've been around the game long enough to know, Matt, every game you watch, there's a chance that you're going to see something you've never seen before.
For the better or
that
worse.
happens more often than not, right? Happens way more. You just think, okay, I know what's going to happen here, and it just doesn't go that way.
No.
So that's the beauty of the sport.
Hand on the mound here, putting some solid strikes down. Great strikeout there by Tristan Hand. Brings it to the box. The leadoff, Grace Hepburn.
That was a good drop ball.
Yeah.
Tarantitai, she got a good swing on that, just swung over top, but she had a couple of good looks at a couple of pitches, and just a good job by Hand. Yeah, just a good job by Hand to get that drop ball by her.
Just outside there.
I tell you, this young lady, Grace Hepburn, she's up, steps into that batter's box like she means business. Choked up on the bat, looking for something to drive.
Yep.
And
she could be one to watch for the future.
I think that there's probably going to be more than a handful of these youngsters that, will be saying their names for a few years to come yet, as they will eventually rise up the circuit.
Oh, she's asking.
Pitch. I think she had a good eye. She's even questioned, She said, wasn't that a little low?
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. Yeah. I'll see you after the game, pal.
Yeah, well, we'll take note. I'll take the next one, okay?
Oh, and there she goes. She's awarded a base. She's like a absolute.
She's not playing
she's
around,
going off
Matt.
like a frog in a sock there, mate.
She's ready to go. She's ready to take two while she's at it.
Yeah.
If you're giving up one, you might as well give up two.
Nia Lee Palmer
I
here.
love that enthusiasm.
Yeah. She's going, I think. She's going straight away.
Oh, she's not wasting it.
She's gone. Look at that.
Yeah. Jets,
Awesome.
man. Jets. She was hot out of the batter's box. She's ready to go. So good on her.
They're like, well, she's
not
too
even,
quick.
don't
She's
even
too
bother
fast. We're not
throwing
even going
down.
to try and get her out.
She's got wheels. Yeah, don't even bother.
Two great pitches in a row here by Hand. Strike two.
Well, Hand, just like Tongo has settled in too in his second time in the circle. Give him some credit. He's done a good job this inning.
Swing and a miss for
An
strike
excellent
three.
job.
Not without Metro scoring a couple there, though. The score 8-5. We'll be back shortly in the third innings. Welcome back to Rosedale Park with the showdown finals. Softball, Metro, East Coast Bays. Bases are loaded. Why? We're playing fastball here. It's the top of the three. In the batter's box, we have the pitcher, Tristan Hand. The ball's in his court. Just before we kick off here, I'll just a shout out to one of our viewers who's passed away. Obviously, you won't hear this. Chuck Norris passed away this morning. Of course, one of the all-time greats, R.I.P. Chuck Norris. But anyway, I digress. Loaded bases.
Well, you shouldn't. We love Chuck Norris, and we're sorry to see him go, for sure. Of course, growing up in my day, he was one of the number one action heroes, one of the guys that, a guy's guy that you wanted to be. And, again, that's just part of life, and sorry to see that happen. That's a big run come in there. As
yep, we're just looking
like
at
you
the
mentioned,
replay
Matt,
here.
bases loaded.
Yeah. It was an interesting... Oh, that is safe. Great slide. Fantastic slide. I was just curious as to the Blues call. He kind of signaled out, but said safe. Obviously, the death of Chuck Norris has affected him as well. Anyway, here we are. Yes, I only watched Delta Force probably 2 weeks ago. I'm shocked. But maybe everyone else died and he's still alive. Who knows? Chuck Norris was the butt of many joke about being borderline immortal. Strike one there. Tristan Carmo in the box.
Interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I think now as we get to the third inning, Matt, this is where when you start with the bases loaded, here's where the runs can really start to pile up, and
it's where the rubber meets the
already.
road.
Yeah. So I mean, good already, a run added already for the Cyclones, but I think they're going to have to tack on a couple more. It looks like Metro's got a little momentum, and if they can get out of this inning only surrendering a couple, that'll bode well for them going forward.
Absolutely. The one thing I've learned about this format of softball is leads are totally irrelevant. You could be leading by 10 or 12 runs. Once you get loaded bases and the team gets a roll on, it could all be over in the blink of an eye. They can chase down that lead, no problem.
You saw that, and again, I see the pitching getting better every inning, but that along, as you can see there, another strikeout victim. And again, a big out. Every out, a big out now at this point with the score 9-5.
Yeah, pressure makes diamonds, and Tonga Tonga is rising to the challenge.
Well, you can see from the first inning to now the third, Tonga Tonga has really looked more relaxed in the circle.
Yeah,
He's certainly
absolutely.
he's got a little more of a hop going. He's got a better flow. He doesn't look as tight.
Good looking
Snapping
strike
it in there on that outside corner.
Yeah. Ethan Fox in the box. Please, what it says.
Oh, you got a whole lot, eh, Matt? Okay.
Yeah. 9 minutes left in the match here. It is being a fastball format. It is strictly timed. So they want to get two outs quick and get in the box and have a crack and try and chase that lead down, or else they'll simply run out of time. I think if they get into bat, I think they get to have their bat out. Yeah, they'll complete it, but they have to get 2 outs to get there. I mean, 9 minutes, you'd think they'd be able to get that done, but they're going to have to bat for quite a while and charge it down. I mean, it's not a huge lead currently, but one hit here could change it.
Well, yeah, it could, and you talk about that. If they're able to get out of this and get up to bat quick enough, and remember, bases are loaded to start the inning. So even if they were to get a hit, that would certainly close the gap and, give them potential time to tie it. But another run there is a big run pushed across by the East Coast base.
Ooh, bit of venom on that one. Some velocity coming in there for Tonga Tonga. Next up to bat, number 19, Yu Xiang Xiao.
Tonga Tonga looking just a little bit dejected there, and
Yeah.
he really shouldn't, because he's done a really good job, and all he needs to do is just keep sort of pushing along. But I'm just looking at my sheet here, and I don't think that's Tonga Tonga. I believe that is.
Oh, they've got to change number
Panari.
24.
Yes, so I think that's Panari pitching now here to try to close,
Yes.
minimize
So
the
they've made a
damage. So
change. Strike 2.
good pitch right down at the knees.
Two and two. Loaded bases. Okay.
So you talk about these rules, fastball 60s, and if by chance the Metro is able here to get a double play, that would certainly get them out of this inning and get them up to bat much quicker.
Yeah, that's forward momentum.
Certainly not going to work out that way, as I thought that pitch wasn't too bad. I thought it may have caught a bit of that inside corner, but my vantage point not as good. But great form, great rotation on that ball, and I do like just a tad bit of that embellishment there.
Yeah. Keanu on the mound there, he just geeing himself up, I think, just going, come on, you got this. Ooh, almost had a poke at it there. He's cycling through his pitches quick. He gets back to his spot, and then he's chucking it down, whether the bat is settled or not. Here I come. Had a swing at it. Morna Duplessis in the box here, I believe. Can't see the shirt number here, but I'd say so. Didn't quite get rewarded on that one. Maybe it must have been a bit low.
You can see at the early stages, though, as a pitcher, it doesn't matter. You want a call that you think is even close.
Yep. He got his man there. There's another out.
Big out there as I know they're running out of time here. Good pitch, really good delivery, good location. Batter is more than a tad late, so good velocity too there on back-to-back pitches.
Sora Rogers into bat here. Pass ball, runner's looking to go, but realizes it's just in front of him.
I think I commented earlier on Panari being having excellent form in the batter's box. Now I see him on the mat, thrown from the circle, and I'm equally as impressed with his skill set.
Yeah.
At this early stage in his career.
Yeah, a mature style of pitching. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is side away. The score is 11-5, but don't go anywhere. We're going to go to some action on Diamond 2 for the bronze medal match between a couple of sides. So we'll just cut to that shortly. Here it is here. The score between Northcote and Manawanui Navy. 3-6 currently. It's the bottom of the third there. So it is the bronze medal match for this grade. So it's all going there. We've got a couple of orange shirts there. If you're not familiar with that, that is the Blues program. If you want to get into bluing, get an orange shirt and give it a crack. You couldn't pay me to do it personally, but some people are weird.
It's too early. The games happen in the morning, Matt. You're not going to be able to make it.
Welcome back to final softball. We've got a real ding-dong battle here between Metro and East Coast Bays. The score 11-5. It's fastball format. The bases, you know, they're loaded. The stakes are high and the sun is out. The ball is up. The ball is in his glove. That's one out. Lance, how goes?
Well, you know what? Pressure's on right now, and I think that was a good pitch made there to get Dallas Lukey to pop that one up. Yep. So a big first out, and you got to figure that's good. That's a real confidence boost for the Cyclones.
It's a chopper straight to first base and out. Wow. I think is that 2 pitches, 2 outs?
We haven't seen that up to this point, and some good solid defense in these later runs. Good base running, of course, going on contact, knowing that you're down quite a few runs. But I thought you talk about dodging a bullet when you had Panari as the cleanup hitter and you got him to ground out for out number 2. That is big for the Cyclones.
Yeah, it's a huge lead off. There's still time in the game, so they will go to the 4th if they get the other out quite quickly. But Yeah. Oh, well, I'm just hearing. Yeah, time could be up. Yeah. So okay. Swing and a miss. In the box here, Tongo, the pitcher, he's just had a few real hard cuts in the air there. Probably a little bit frustrated and wanting to keep the fight going. Swing and a miss.
Well,
he's running. She's got to go, though. Out, coming home. She's down, though. Oh, dear. Her helmet's come off. She's hit her head on the ground. That's no good. That's a bad way to finish the game. There she is. She's
up
up.
on
She's
her
all
own
good.
power.
Well, she's not all good, but
Yeah.
she's
Better
She's tough.
than she was. Yes.
We'll just see what the umpires. They're just chatting amongst themselves. Whether it's time up or... Yeah. No. The game will continue. We're not out of time just yet, so we will go to break. We'll be right back.
When the radio's on and the sound's hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds for the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Until our talk. All the best throwbacks.
Well, here we are, back again. Top of the fourth, East Coast Bays Metro in fastball format and finals softball. A runner starts on one. A fantastic day down at the park. If you know Rosedale Park, I'm just staring over the back there. You'll see a body of water, which is the Albany Waste Treatment Plant. Recently, there's been footage of a certain individual jet skiing out there, which begs the question. He must have found a few brown trout out there. Anyway, runner goes to two.
I was waiting for you to tell me who it was, Matt. I mean,
No, I
you're
wish.
leaving a
I've
guy
seen people-
hanging here.
About 10, 15 years ago, I saw someone fishing out there in the waste treatment plant. But now someone's out there with
well.
a jet ski.
Okay.
Yep, I hope they didn't clog their motor up with any brown sticks, if you know what I'm saying. But
Well, I don't know about eating the fish you catch out of there either, if there are any.
yeah,
Not quite sure about that
a
deal.
brown roughy. That's a good strike out there.
Not quite a hungy like I'm used to when I visit, but okay.
No, you've been hanging around the Rona's house too much. If you
Oh,
to the
you
hung.
do know about that backyard, don't you?
I've helped in a few this season, actually, for a few
I
fundraisers.
I bet you
I keep
have.
falling in the
I
pit,
bet
so they
you
keep
have.
banning me from the premises.
Well, clearly I can't go on your reputation. I'll have to go on my own then. All right.
Yeah.
Apparently, you've made your rounds. Okay.
Oh yeah, I had the two Rona boys around at my house yesterday. Actually, they turned up impromptu. It was
Okay.
early knockoff for Friday for them, so they decided to watch me washing my car in a bikini. So that was charming. And then they asked me to wash their car. The cheek of them.
So they can't unsee what they've seen, right? That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's why they'll never make it as a blue. They've burnt the eyes out of their head.
They'll never be the same, will they?
No. Catatonic.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Dad Brad will appreciate that.
Yeah. Ball 3, strike 1 here.
Well, this would be a good time if it's possible here for Ethan Fox, who I think has come in and taken over the pitching for the Cyclones. Oh, sorry. It's still Panari out there in the circle. And it'd be a good time if they can, just get their regular outs here. They don't need it to put up any more runs on the board.
No, they've got a six run
sure
lead. They probably want to
Yeah.
chew up as much time as possible. There it is. Another strike there. Full house, I believe. Runner on 3.
Well, certainly the game plan is to see some pitches, and that's exactly what's being done here in this at bat.
Barry just puts it down the foul ball line.
Well, I like that. Really cut down the swing and just wanted to make contacts. And you do that when you have 2 strikes on you, just to be able to see another pitch.
Yeah, you got to defend that box. Ball 4. Disciplined at bat there for Barry.
Excellent at bat. Worked it to a full count and was very selective on that pitch. Pitch was down and he left it there, and a good job to earn himself a free pass.
Next up to bat here, Theo Cadmus Aspinall. Outside pitch. Runner going to 2. No mucking around there for Daniel Barry. Takes 2. He says, "This is mine. I'm taking it with me." Great looking strike there by Keanu.
Well, we've seen him come through with a couple of good back-to-back pitches, a couple close ones that he didn't get the call on, but he's hung in there pretty tough. And I can say that from this now being his second inning, his velocity's picked up too in the second inning.
Yep. He's going about his business real quick. He's taking a little bit more time just getting ready to pitch, which is possibly helping him a little bit. But yeah, he hasn't got the weight of loaded bases on him just yet, which can happen obviously really quickly in this format. There's another strike, brings it to a full house.
Well, you can see the Cyclones are being very selective. They're not just up there swinging at the first pitch. They're working deep into the count, and I think that'll hold well for the time strategy.
Ball 4, bases are loaded.
That's another one of those close pitches that we've seen before. Panari just missing.
Hands in the box. That's a close one. Ball 1.
Another close one. Good pop in that mitt there, you can see.
Yeah.
So maybe trying to bear down just a bit here to get hand.
There it is. There's that zone. It's a an age or an age bracket in softball where it can be quite difficult because you've got to iron out all the kinks. You know, you can, when you're a young chap playing or girl playing, you can kind of get away with any type of throwing and type of catching, but this is where the year where they go, we've got to get the fundamentals in the way you're doing it probably to the most efficient way possible, because you're getting into the age of the next age group when things really get a bit serious. So especially for pitching in particular, his style looks very good.
I would agree, and I think even at this age, you can kind of get an idea. As takes that one off the shin, so another run will come in. At this age, you know, you start to see the kids that you can tell are potentially have the athleticism to continue to excel. Other kids you can tell that are playing really for the fun and the camaraderie, and you know that they may, you know, do it for another couple of years or those kind of things. But you can really notice the young players that are going to be really good just based on the way they carry themselves and the skill set that they have now.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some players that can go, you know, a couple more years they could find themselves in Premier Reserves or Prems, depending if they're a real talent. It's not a far jump. And that's a strikeout there for Dylan Carmo. Brings it to 2 down.
Good job. Another good pitch there, as you can see. And Panari's wasting no time. I mean, he's right in there and he's ready to go. 2 pitches ago was almost a quick pitch where he just turned, got the ball from the pitcher, turned, set,
Runners
and
coming
went
in.
again.
And safe going home.
Tough break, good pitching. But when you have a backstop like you do in this field at Rosedale Park, where you've got a lot of fence posts, you're not quite sure where the carom's going to take you. And that time it went off the post and went away from the catcher. So no chance to get that runner coming from home.
Yeah, you need the ball. If you've got any chance when the backstop's that far back, the ball needs to be hitting the mesh on the full to get the bounce back. But even then, it's a lotto. But
it's a long shot. That's right. It's a long shot either way.
That was a great pitch there. Wasn't rewarded with a strike. He looks a little bit crestfallen there, but he's just going to stick with it.
Well, this is part of the growing pains, right? This is where you, as a young player, are learning to deal with some adversity. Things aren't necessarily going your way. I always say that no matter what the sport, everyone that has played a sport for a long time, or you know, even a short time, you have probably given someone a good beating, and you've probably taken a good beating. So those are one of the 2 things that you get on the end, and that's again, that's part of sports.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no game like softball and obviously baseball where, you know, your individual effort can be, you know, you can win your team a game, but it's very hard to lose your team a game.
It's probably one of the most individual team sports that there is, right? And there's so many individual battles, but you know the goal is everyone, and everyone kind of has to chip in.
There's that bounce we were talking about, big lead, but didn't bite off more than he could chew there.
Well, just like you said, it could go either way. That was a great carom.
Yeah.
It went right back to the and that runner would have been out for sure. So good decision not to run on that play.
It's a great pitch there. Strike 1. Yeah, it's I mean, also your team could, you know, dominate a team and you could get 3 strikeouts. So
yeah,
I mean,
you pick up the win.
Yeah. It's a mixed bag, but nothing will teach you humility like playing this game, because there's a lot of losing involved, personal, you know. but it's the wins.
No,
that,
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, and that's why it's like every pitch is almost a battle. Every pitch is a challenge.
He stole it home.
Whether you're at the plate.
Oh dear!
Wow, look at that. Listen, I said the base running was aggressive from the start. That's aggressive.
Oh, missed start there by Pinati. Simon Lindsay
I'm
getting
not
involved
sure.
here.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
there was
listen,
a bit of maybe
this is
he
the grand
turned,
final. Don't
maybe
think
he
that they
turned
don't
back
care.
towards the third base or something. I'm not sure. Oh, illegal pitch.
I don't know what.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
I've just had Chopper in my ear. I think he's eating a breakfast bread, roll, perhaps, which is charming.
But half of it's on his beard.
No, he's
right?
eating. He might be eating a
good,
hash brown.
Good. Well, he does have a sizable place to put those things, so
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he does. It's like I don't even know how you'd measure it. Terabytes.
I don't even know what you would measure it with.
Yeah. I think you'd probably have to do something.
You better be careful. You got to work with him, all right? You just be careful.
No, he's
got to
work with
I
me.
really don't care.
That's strike three there. And that is the top of the fourth done and dusted. Therefore, we'll be going to the bottom forthwith. We're going to diamond two, though, actually. Chopper's decided to give me more work to do. And here we are, diamond two, top of the fourth. The score, 6 to 10 in favour of Navy Manawanui. By the looks of it, well, Northcote are batting. Oh, and Diamond 10
4 runs.
has just finished.
4
HCB
runs,
have beaten
not a-
East Coast Bays 27 to 10. My God, it's a cricket score. But yeah, that's a highlight reel, and that's all she wrote. We'll be back shortly. Oh. And welcome back, and there you can see it. Peter Tour taking a jet ski in the Albany Poo Ponds. Fantastic! I can't wait for him to get that jet ski serviced. You been in some grey water, pal? I'm not sure.
Listen, I was worried that was going to be Chopper I was going to see on that.
No, it was.
Don't even know.
It would be a submarine if he was on it.
Oh, yes, you're right. It would be way
It would
much
just
lower
be
in
him.
the
You'd
water.
think he was Jesus Christ, but really overweight, because the jet ski would just be underwater, and he'd just be looking like he's walking on it.
I like the fact neither of us work for him. He works for us. I like that, Matt. Besides, it's too late. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Damage is done.
Yeah, you've
There you
heard of
go.
see do. That'd be a see don't. Piece of it. And out going to one.
Well, Cyclones playing some tight defense here. You can see the infield drawn in, knowing that there's potential, and with good speed, you got to get that ball over there in time. Good job with the sure hands, going with the underhand flip for out number one. I think
Strike
if
one
you
there.
are
Yeah,
the
I came in to the booth and I was really impressed with East Coast Bay's fielding. Not necessarily making the outs, but fielding the ball and getting it to first and everything. It was, the fundamentals really impressive.
Yeah, and they've looked that way from the first inning, and one of the reasons why they're here in the grand final. That's obvious. So good on them, but you got to
That's a
know that
piece.
when you're just
That's a great piece of batting there. Oh, he's going for two. And hang on a minute. That's a bit reckless. Yeah, that's a touch reckless. Got a little bit carried away, but don't we all?
well,
That is a
you're
run
down
scorer.
8 runs.
gotta
Yeah,
charge your
run
arm.
scores. You're down 8. Just trying a little something there. That was the hardest hit ball we've seen in this game,
Yeah, it was a great shot.
and good piece of hitting. You can see
It's hard
there.
not to get excited
Sat
when you
on
get a hit like that. And I've done exactly what he's just done. It's just forgot to stop running. I'm an athlete.
It was just later. It just happened later in the day. Is that it, Matt? That's all, right? It was the
Strike
same.
one here. Need a 2-down rally here by the Metro side.
Well, this is where, if you are the Cyclones, you are getting a little excited here. You can tell that you're very close to this grand championship, and you're just 1 out away.
Jackson Sellers here in the box for Metro. Trying to revitalise their batting effort. Tristan Hand on the mound, just trying to get this last out. Having a look.
Well, we know, Matt, the toughest out to get is always that last out, and
Absolutely.
that seems to be the case here.
Taran Titai in the box. Runners to 2 straight away. East Coast Bay say, yep, have it. No skid or farnos. Focusing on the batter, which is exactly what they should be doing. Strike one.
Interesting to see if they can keep this inning going here. Still a few runs away from making this one really interesting.
Runners go to 3. 2 balls, 1 strike. 8 runs deficit. Bottom of the 4th. This is for all the chocolates. Pass ball, runners coming in and will score. Great looking slide as well.
Well, these coaches have been doing a good job of teaching these youngsters how to slide, I'll tell you that. And not easy with the mat there. So you got that little piece of artificial turf after the dirt, and they seem to be doing a good job in adjusting, and it's not affecting the slide at all.
Well, teaching them to slide's one thing. Getting them to slide is a completely different matter. And there is the final out for the game. And there she has it. East Coast Bays. Champions for the under-13s grade. Look at them go. They're frothing. They're absolutely frothing out there. Congratulations to them. And congratulations to the Metro side for making the final. I can see someone out there waving a Metro flag, and good on them. Thank you for all the people who've come to the stadium to support them. That's what it's all about here, and for all the people viewing at home, much appreciated. Lance, who would you have for your man of the match?
I would have to say, if we're talking about the Cyclones, I like what Tristan Hand did. He did a good job at the plate, was excellent in the circle, and I thought he spearheaded the charge for the Cyclones.
Yep, fair whack. I would completely agree with you. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 14-7, East Coast Space victors here in the under-13s final in the fast ball format. Next up, we have under-15s, the East Coast Space Bulldogs versus the Northcote Mets. I don't know who named them the Mets, but I can kind of guess. But anyway, I'm Matt Jordan. This has been Lance Wynn. Thank you for viewing. This is Beyond the Dugout. Please stick around for the next final. It is final softball at Rosedale Park.
time. Good job with the sure hands, going with the underhand flip for out number 1, grand final. It's obvious, so good on them. But you got to know that when you're just...
That's a great piece of batting there. Oh, he's going for 2. Hang on a minute. That's a bit reckless. Yeah, that's a touch.
Runs. Yeah, run scores. You're down 8.
Pass ball, runners coming in and will score. Great looking. Getting into slide is a completely different matter. And there is the final out for the game. And there she has it. East Coast Bays. Champions for the under-13s grade. Look at them go. They're frothing. They're absolutely frothing out there. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to the Metro side for making the final. I can see someone out there waving a Metro flag, and good on them. Thank you for all the people who've come to the stadium to support them. Fair whack, I would completely agree with you. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 14 on the Mets, but I can kind of guess. But anyway...